Man, theory videos are really fun to make. I just really wish that I had more time to do them, but with Tale of the Coco and everything like that, I'm just not gonna have enough time, so... I'll just postpone them for now. That is, of course, unless one of them somehow ends up getting hundreds and hundreds of views, but, I mean, come on, this is my channel, I have 40 subscribers to my name, there's no way, holy shit. Man, I love Sonic. Where's Tale of the Coco?
I'm working on it, okay?
Yeah, sorry about not uploading it forever. I was busy getting brutally murdered by terrorists from whatever the least controversial country right now is. After sipping the elixir of life, though, I'm back, and I'm ready to start making videos again. Please tell me my entire fanbase hasn't left. Today, I'm going to be talking about what is likely the most central part of the Sonic series moving forward. Dark Gaia. Huh. How is Dark Gaia in any way related to the series? She is only mentioned once in the game, and that's just for power scaling. Well, my little nest egg, let me explain. So how do I know this is so important? Well, the head developer of Sonic Frontiers quite literally confirmed it in a Q&A, which he hosted in hell. Some noticed that the ancient structures on Earth were very similar to the Gaia temples. When they asked about it, the developer responded by saying he couldn't respond in order to not spoil anything. Very subtle. So now, I want to touch on this, and not only does this give me another video to keep my neglected channel alive, but it also gives me an excuse to talk about Sonic Unleashed. So what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. On the topic of Sonic Unleashed though, I recently sent this email to Sega, and unfortunately, this was the best response they could give me. With Sonic Unleashed playing a major role in the series, it would make sense for them to make a PC port for the game. While I would never recommend going out and harassing the creators, if some random people who happen to watch this video also randomly decide to write a similar email to Sega, a PC port for Unleashed could be in the realm of possibility. Starting out, what do we know about the Gaia temples? They are extremely similar to the architecture on the Starfall Islands. Not only that, but they interact with the Chaos Emeralds in a similar way, but reversed. Instead of taking Chaos Energy from them, they restore Chaos Energy to them. How is this possible? What's so special about the temples? Where is this energy coming from? Just keep those questions in mind right now. Though we never see the true form of Light Gaia, he is able to mimic his power using the Gaia temples, becoming the Gaia Colossus. This shows that the Gaia temples are more than just normal structures. They're each a different part of one being. They also seem to have an intrinsic relationship with Light Gaia, as he's able to call them to his aid. That's really about it for the temples themselves. We don't see that much about Light Gaia in Unleashed, but there's another supernatural being that plays a central role, Dark Gaia. Though Dark Gaia doesn't have as many connections to the Ancients or the temples, she does have a lot of connections to Chaos, both as a character and a concept. First of all, her design is fairly similar to that of Perfect Chaos. Both of them are large snake-like beings with enormous mouths. They also both have energy lasers and little slits for their eyes. Both of their final forms are also referred to as Perfect. Other dark beings in the series share these odd qualities. Werehog Sonic has the ability to stretch his arms and is incredibly acrobatic and ferocious. This is a lot like Chaos Zero and the Chaos 2. Werehog Sonic is on a completely different level than he is, though. Wow, Chaos is taking L's left and right today. Unleashed kinda made him look like a bitch. Though there aren't that many connections, each of them are incredibly solid, so now we can start piecing this together. The Ancients wouldn't have had time to study Dark Gaia when they first arrived on Earth, since they were still dealing with the End. This means that the Ancients that built the Gaia temples are the survivors of the clash against the End. As a reminder, all the Ancients on the Starfall Islands became the Coco after the battle with the End. That's why there are no Chao there. The remaining Ancients escaped to Angel Island. These Ancients actually started building across the rest of the world. These Ancients, coming after the battle against the End, would also explain why there are no cyberspace gates in the Gaia temples. They wouldn't want to risk letting the End out again by building them there. So, after the battle with the End, the Ancients felt helpless. They had won, but at what cost? They felt like they had lost their homeworld all over again. Many of their loved ones had perished. Their technology was unusable. All they had were the emeralds. Depression rates across Angel Island skyrocketed as the Ancients prayed to the emeralds. Many of them began asking, why? Why did they have to be the ones to make the sacrifice to destroy the End? The only possible answer could lie in the Master Emerald. It was the one who called them to this plan initially. They began to study it and its origin. Their studies took them deep underground. They went back to the surface of the planet and began exploring its caves. They noticed that the deeper they went, the higher the Chaos Energy readings were. They began to hypothesize that there was a large source of chaos energy in the Earth's core. As they explored further, they began finding other writings, other structures from other lives. That was odd. As far as they were aware, they were the only intelligent life on this planet. In fact, this planet looks like it was still in its early stages of the existence of life. Had they just missed something, or had the society been wiped out? If so, that was troubling, but after they had defeated the End, whatever it was, they could probably overcome it. As they continued exploring different caves and acquired more knowledge on the civilizations before them, they eventually found a tunnel that led directly into the center of the Earth. What they found there shocks them even further. 2 sleeping beings made entirely out of chaos energy. One made out of positive chaos energy, and one made of negative chaos energy. Light Gaia and Dark Gaia. As the ancients researched these 2 beings more and more, they began to understand their impact on the world. As negative chaos energy built up within the world, Dark Gaia would awaken every million years or so. She would then spread this buildup of negative chaos energy across the world, eliminating all life. Afterwards, Light Gaia would awaken and spread positive chaos energy across the world, allowing new life to take its place. This was troubling to the ancients, but luckily for them, this world seemed to be fresh from an extinction event, so they had a lot of time to prepare. The ancients prepared for a battle against Dark Gaia, no matter what it might look like, by building the Gaia temples. Except they were initially built as one machine, the Gaia Colossus. They used a similar method for the Colossus that their ancestors used when building the Titans, except the Colossus, instead of draining chaos energy, amplified it by using the power of the Earth. The Colossus, along with the Chaos Emeralds, would theoretically be strong enough to stand against Dark Gaia in a full battle. Not only that, but if for whatever reason chaos energy lost its energy, it could restore that power. This also means that the Gaia Colossus is technically the spiritual successor to the 5th Titan, which we never unfortunately were able to see in Sonic Frontiers, since Sega is just a great company, you know? You know, sometimes you see a guy and you just wanna, run. The ancients never ended up using the Colossus, and since they knew it would be a long time before it was ever needed, they split it into pieces and spread those pieces across the Earth for protection, creating the Gaia temples. With this purpose complete, the ancients felt a new resolve. Though they had lost so much, they were happy in knowing that future generations would be safe. This is not where their story ends, but for now I'm going to stop talking about them because it's no longer relevant for the video. So that's that. The ancients built the Gaia Colossus, creating the true 5th Titan in preparation for a future encounter with Dark Gaia. I could end the video here, but there's a bigger picture than just the ancients here. Something the ancients may have known about as well. Dark Gaia and Light Gaia are related more than just the Earth, but the Master Emerald as well. Dark Gaia is the personification of negative chaos energy. Perfect Chaos has a transformation and abilities that are similar to Dark Gaia because he's using the same power source as Dark Gaia. Light Gaia is the personification of positive chaos energy, and its true form is likely similar to a supersonic type transformation. With all this in mind, we can start power scaling. Dark and Light Gaia together represent both positive and negative chaos energy, meaning that their full power together is equivalent to that of the Master Emerald. For comparison, the Master Emerald and the End are on the same level of power. The Gaia Colossus is around half of Dark Gaia's strength, as well as supersonic, meaning that one of them at full power has about 1/4 of the Master Emerald's true power. Note, both of them are using the Chaos Emeralds, and as we can see just by the sheer intensity of the energy they're producing, the Chaos Emeralds are working at their full power, meaning that the full power of all the Chaos Emeralds is half of the Master Emeralds. So why is this important? Well, this helps us scale almost every opponent we fought in the past. This means that hazards like Perfect Chaos, Metal Overlord, and Devil Doom are all only about 1/4 of the Master Emerald's strength. Cool, but what does this have to do with the story moving forward? Well, it all goes back to one line from Chip. One line that changes the way I've been thinking about this story entirely.
Dark Gaia grows over millions of years, then rises to destroy the world. And I put it all back together. We've been doing this over and over, again and again, since the very beginning of time.
The ritual between Light and Dark Gaia only affects the Earth. It's only ever affected the Earth. So why does Chip say that this has been happening since the beginning of time, rather than the beginning of the Earth? It's simple. The Earth is the starting point of the universe. The Earth was the first thing that was ever created, and the Master Emerald is the origin of that creation. In other words, the Master Emerald is in a way, God. The Earth and the Master Emerald are one and the same. This is why Dark and Light Gaia's ritual takes place on Earth. It's the Master Emerald's way of releasing all the chaos energy inside of itself. So the Master Emerald and the Earth are one and the same, then why aren't the Chaos Emeralds found on Earth? The Master Emerald sent the Chaos Emeralds out into the universe to continue its power. Please remember, though the Master Emerald created the universe, it doesn't have complete control over it. That's how beings like the End are able to exist. Think of the Master Emerald as an artist, and space as an empty canvas. An artist can paint something on the canvas, but someone else can remove it without the artist wanting this. This could also explain one of the biggest continuity errors in Sonic Adventure 2. Eggman,
He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the Earth! That's right, this is what you get! My super laser piss! Except I'm not gonna piss on the Earth! I'm gonna go higher! I'm pissing on the moon! How do you like that, Obama?
Though he clearly pissed on the moon and broke it in half, immediately after the scene, everyone forgets about it and the moon is fine. It's possible that the reason that the moon is fine after its destruction is because the Master Emerald healed it. And by it's possible, I mean the developers clearly didn't intend for that to be a thing that happened, and just ignored it. So now I'm offering this as a solution to the problem. Fucking take it, Sega. So all things considered, what is the Master Emerald? Well, I wouldn't exactly put any labels on it. Though it's been portrayed in a good light, it's not pitch perfect either. The Ritual of Light in Dark Gaia is not only the Master Emerald's way of releasing its energy, but it's also for cleansing. The Master Emerald could have done something to the life on itself in order to preserve it, but instead, it did nothing. It sat and watched as this happened, as all the life on itself was snuffed out by Dark Gaia. Notice how it never steps in to help Sonic, even when Dark Gaia has been awakened prematurely. In the Master Emerald's mind, this ritual is part of the natural order of things, and if all life needs to be eliminated for that to happen, then so be it. Though it's possible that the Ancients found the Chaos Emeralds on their own by simply scavenging the universe, I don't think this is the case. I think it's more likely that the Master Emerald allowed the Chaos Emeralds to be found by the Ancients. Its reasoning was to remove the End from the universe entirely. It wanted its worst enemy gone, and it didn't care what the collateral damage of that was. The Ancients' homeworld being destroyed was part of its plan. It knew if it had the Ancients with it on Earth, it would be an advantage against the End. It allowed the same species to go through 2 extinctions in order to seal away the one thing that was keeping it limited. It continued to abuse the species by forcing evolution on it. We know that the Master Emerald can manipulate evolution in some way, as they did with Chaos in order to act as a guardian for the Chao. The Master Emerald saw the Ancients progressing, colonizing the Earth. Eggman says that there was something that stopped the Ancients' progress. And Sonic Frontiers were led to believe it's the End. And while the End certainly did slow their progress, we know the Ancients were able to overcome their encounter with it. The true being to stop the Ancients from continuing their colonization, from continuing their culture, from continuing to just simply live the lives they love to live, was the Master Emerald. Beings that weren't part of its own creation colonizing its own planet? No. It morphed them into the Chao. Beings that can only dance and feed and live. Sure, they may be happy, but they used to be so much more, and now they've been diminished to this. So, is the Master Emerald evil then? Well, it's complicated. I would say the Master Emerald is internally no better than the End in its lack in care for those around it. Externally though, the destruction it has caused compared to the End isn't quite as terrible. This is interesting though, because it opens a potential door for the Master Emerald of all things to be the main antagonist in the series moving forward. If this does happen though, it most likely won't be for a while, especially with how much Sega wants Eggman to still be the main antagonist. Run, 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 run. So yeah, that was the video. If you don't believe me, that's fine, and I'd love to hear your own opinions. That being said, if you do believe me, here are the main takeaways from this video, just for simplicity. The Master Emerald created everything, and is one and the same with Earth. Dark and Light Gaia are the physical manifestations of positive and negative chaos energy. The Ancients built the Gaia Colossus after they sealed the End, and were then turned into the Chao so the Master Emerald could halt their progress. So yeah, I'm gonna go back in my hole now. The official first episode of Tale of the Coco will be out whenever I have motivation to finish it. Bye!